Hello, welcome back. Here we are in Gibraltar, British territory, right down in the southern tip of Spain, almost in Africa, just this side of the Strait of Gibraltar. If anyone has ever been there, it was been a big military base for many years. Well, this is week 2 of learning to fly the P-51 Mustang, which I think is really cool. I'd say it's one of the best planes that I've flown so far on X-Plane 11. My favourite is the Tornado GR4 and the Hurricane, but this is really cool plane. I really like this. It's the latest one I've uploaded, and I really enjoy taking it for a fly in real time and real weather conditions. And I'm going to fly it all over the world. Now, I did actually want to join the Air Force when I was 17, but they wouldn't have me because I didn't have a degree from university, which apparently you had to have, and no one told me. So I went to join the Army Air Corps, and they said, the thing is, you can't go straight into the Army Air Corps, you have to join another regiment first, and then transfer. So I said, right, okay. And so I became a driver with the Royal Corps Transport, and needless to say, my transfer to the Army Air Corps never happened. They lied to me. Never mind. I had a Basque broom instead, which I got to use everywhere. I thought, this is great. Here I am pushing a brush in the army when I wanted to be flying. Never mind. Anyway, it wasn't a total loss. I did actually come out of the RCT with an HGV3 and a motorbike license, which I actually used in later life many times, because the HGV3 later became the HGV2, which I just got grandfather rights on, I suppose, and I got many jobs driving 8-wheel tippers and stuff like that. But the pay was rubbish. I didn't actually get to get my pilot's license until 1996, and it was very expensive, and I certainly never got to fly anything like this. The most I could afford was a little learner plane, which was a Piper PA-28 or a Cessna 172, something like that, and even then I spent about 20 grand between 96 and 2000, just learning to fly different aeroplanes. The best one, of course, that I learned to fly was the twin Seneca, the A34. But again, it's very expensive, and most people just can't afford it, and I certainly couldn't afford it. So the things I wanted to fly, like the P-51, were just out of reach. You have to be a multi-millionaire to be able to afford one, because you pretty much got to buy one in order to fly one. So no one's going to lend you one, are they? So what I've decided to do is pass on my knowledge to anyone who's interested, because if you've got a flight simulator and a VR headset, I mean, you are actually sat in that aircraft. You really are, and you really are flying it. So what I've decided to do is teach people for free, anyone who's interested, that is, and I'm not going to train you to fly a P-51 at this stage. I'm going to teach you to fly in a learner plane, a PA-28 like I learned to fly in, or a Cessna 172, which is probably the easier of the two aeroplanes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the proper flight training manual with the proper flight training exercises, and in these videos I'm going to go through each aspect of actually learning to fly. Only you're going to do it for free. I got a set of controllers and some rudder pedals and a throttle second hand off eBay for about 150 quid, I think, something like that. Loads of people buy them new and then just give up and sell them, so you could pick up some stuff. And if you can get a VR headset, that's even better, because you really are sat in the plane. Fantastic. But you don't need it. It's just so much better if you've got it. Now that is a Vickers Wellington bomber from World War II. There are no Wellington bombers left in flying condition in the world as far as I know, and I have already flown with one in formation flying. I've actually flown one on Flight Simulator as well. So, you know, we've got a lot of scope here. The more you learn, the further you can go. You're not being held back by money at all. It's not an issue. Also, a valid medical is essential when you've got a pilot's license, because if your medical expires because you've got a problem, then you can't fly anymore. You're automatically grounded. Whereas with Flight Simulator, it doesn't matter. You can just keep flying, fly wherever you want, wherever you want. It's fantastic. It is actually better than flying the real thing, I think. Certainly because it's cheaper. And we're flying in real weather conditions, we're making real time decisions, and we can go anywhere in the world that we want. I spend loads of time flying these things. It's great fun, it really, really is. I love it. So if you are interested in learning to fly, stay tuned in, maybe subscribe to my channel, and I will be posting videos. As I said, I'm going to get the Cessna 172 and the PA-28 mainly, and we're going to start doing really basic lessons, and we're going to go through it. You can either follow it or just watch it. You know, you can actually do it or just watch it if you're interested. Obviously you've got to be interested. If you're not interested, then just fuck me off. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoy it. Okay, a little bit more about me. I joined the Army, British Army in 1979. I joined the Royal Corps Transport, went to Buller Barracks in Aldershot, and my first three were 245. I do believe I was in intake 59, which was summer training, did 10 weeks training in the summer of 1979. I think we passed out around October. I can't remember, it was a long time ago, 40 years maybe, I don't know. I'm getting on for 60 now. I'm about 58 this year, and still kicking ass. Catch you later. And I'm giving a shout out to anyone who was in 7th Squadron, which was over the road, all the way in Aldershot. 7th Squadron, 27 Regiment, LSG, remembers that. Bedford MKs, did every bog in England with those. And of course a shout out to everyone who remembers drinking, or was brave enough to drink in the Globetrotter. Wicked. Right, I'll get this bird in the hangar because there's a storm coming and it's not going to be nice.